Hi, everybody. Just wanted to quickly talk about the feeling that you've been doing the same thing over and over and the frustration that you just can't seem to kick that. Today, I was talking to somebody this morning and I was reminded by this sensation. It's that one thing that you keep thinking, I could change this about myself. I don't need to show up this way in my relationships. I don't need to, keep making the same mistake over and over. I know better, right? And then you do it again. Sound familiar? Do you ever get that feeling? Like you just keep repeating kind of those same mistakes over and over, and you just get frustrated with yourself because you know better, but you can't seem to catch yourself when it's all happening, right? Or maybe you have dated the same person many times over and you're like, why do I keep doing this? Because it always results in the same thing. Or maybe you've had the same boss many times over and you're frustrated that you keep finding jobs where you're like, I'm done when you're leaving, right? Have you ever found that? Just these patterns, things that we keep doing repeatedly, but we can't seem to figure out why it is that we do them repeatedly. And we want to change them and we think we know better because we know we don't like to be at the end of that, but we just don't seem to be able to get ourselves backed out of it. Sound familiar at all? Because this is something that has come up, I know, in my life many, many times. And I imagine you're not immune to it, right? Well, I want to let you know that my Learn to Love Your Story personal development program is just for you if this is something that you've been struggling with. This program is going to walk you through some basic skills that really help you interrupt these repetitive things you find yourself doing that frustrate you, that you know better and you think you should have been changed a long time ago because you've known better, but you just seem to be repeating the same cycles. So if that's you, this is the program for you. This personal development program is just over 5 months going to go through some basic skill sets that help pull you out of that. First, self-awareness. Now I know, you think you know, you already thought you knew better and you keep repeating the cycle, right? Well, something about the cycle is still under the, self-awareness level. I mean, if you really could catch it earlier on, you probably wouldn't date the guy or take the job or do the thing that's frustrating you, right? So if you find yourself in that trap of like repeating the same thing, even though you know better, self-awareness is a big skill set. I mean, I spend a whole month on it because it is so subliminal. It's kind of an insidious thing that just comes up. And if you're not paying attention, to the right things at the right time with the right, set of eyes, then you probably won't see it. You won't hear it. You won't feel it. So self-awareness is the basis, and I layer these skills, obviously. The second thing is self-compassion, which is, kind of an obscure thing. I think people think it means just to be happy and to take a brush and be positive about everything all the time. It's not the case. Self-compassion is actually kind of holding two opposites at the same time. It's saying, yeah, this sucks. I did it again. I thought I was going to not do this thing again or not date this person again or not take this job again, but I did. So it's having compassion by saying, yep, that sucked. And I could do this different. I might be able to learn something else, or, yep, I did it. And totally, I understand. I totally get it because I haven't figured this out yet. If I'd learned what I needed to, I probably wouldn't have walked into it. And looking back, my hindsight, 100% could see where I did that. But going forward, I'm not catching these things. So it's just compassion is really about holding the duality of those two things, if that makes sense. The third skill in the personal development course is bucking the system. And this is one of my favorite things. I really like to help people see the definitions of success, the definitions of what should make you happy, the definitions of, all the things that you think that you need to attain to be good enough, right? These are a lot of times influenced by our family, by our culture, by what's happening in the world, by our time and place in the timeline across time and humanity. These things were fed to us and we don't always question them or even realize they're there, and they mess with us. I mean, this is why you keep doing the same thing over and over, right? You keep looking for this kind of success and you'll end up in this place. But what if success was bigger than that? What if we expand our way of thinking about it, right? So that's number 3. Number 4 is selfish is the new selfless. And I'm going to really hammer this home. If we are not taking care of ourselves, if we have not put ourselves first, if we are not numero uno in our, list of things to do, none of the other list stuff gets done well. So it's done a little less well if we're not taking care of ourselves. So this is a really important one, and it's one that I like to hammer home for sure. And then my 5th month is really, it's a combination of all of these, kind of compiling them together, but it's about finding your own self-worth, like really naming it and stepping into, I love me. I love me right now. All the mess. I love it. It's me. It's what I want to be. It's how I've learned to love my story. So again, if you're the kind of person like me that keeps stepping in the same hole over and over and is like, oh, I know better. Why am I doing this? This personal development course is for you. Check me out, learntoloveyourstory.com. And if you would like to get a discount of 25%, the post I made on January 1st, New Year, New You, gives you links to some free stuff. Hello. And that 25% off. The course will be starting on Monday, the 18th. So please head on over to learntoloveyourstory.com and check it out.